Welcome back to M.U.G.E.N. In this part, as per usual, we're going to be reviewing more characters and stages. However, unlike in the last part, this is mostly just going to be a character review video. I have about 7 characters I want to review in this video, and only 3 stages, so let's get right to it. So here are the characters I'm going to be reviewing in this part. I'm going to be reviewing Mr. Game & Watch from the Game & Watch series, Cool Spot. Yes, Cool Spot, the former mascot of 7-Up. He's actually been made into a M.U.G.E.N character. Squidward from SpongeBob SquarePants, obviously. Scratch and Grounder from Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog. Krillin from Dragon Ball Z. And Mew from Pokemon. Alright, so first of all, I think I'm going to start off by reviewing Mr. Game & Watch and Cool Spot. And I'm going to go to a stage called 7-Up Bottle. So yeah, this is a stage where I'm assuming you're battling inside a 7-Up bottle. I think you're inside the 7-Up bottle. I'm not sure if you're fighting in front of it or if you're on top of it or if you're actually inside it. I think you're probably inside it, but anyway. The 7-Up bottle stage is pretty simple. As you can see, it's a pretty simple stage. You just have green bubbles in the background, which is obviously the 7-Up, and I have no idea what that spike ball is. It's probably one of Cool Spot's attacks. Yeah, there we go. But the 7-Up bottle stage does have something to do with Cool Spot, because like I said, he is the mascot of 7-Up. At least, he used to be the mascot of 7-Up back in the like late 80s and I think throughout most of the 90s. I don't know, I don't really know much about Cool Spot. I didn't even know he existed until I discovered that he was made into a M.U.G.E.N character. But yeah, Cool Spot was the former 7-Up mascot, and he did have a video game tie-in. Cool Spot for, I think originally the Sega Genesis or something. Well, I know there was a Sega Genesis version. I think there was also a Super Nintendo version. The Cool Spot game was actually made for a lot of video game consoles and like home computers. So yes, Cool Spot did actually have a game made after him. I don't think he's the mascot of 7-Up anymore, so I don't think he's acknowledged in any of the new 7-Up commercials or anything. So Cool Spot is supposed to be the red spot on the 7-Up logo. Basically, an anthropomorphized version of that spot. You can see he has glasses and he has shoes and he has arms and legs, and for some reason, when you attack him, he does that, where his mouth just opens like that, and he gets all stretched out. I don't know what that's all about. And one of Cool Spot's attacks is that, as you saw earlier, he can drop coins on opponents. Well, it looks like coins, but it's obviously spots. Apparently he can poke them as well. I saw that. He can also do cartwheels. Yeah, he does this, see? The spots drop. But they look more like coins, to be honest, so I'm just going to call them coins because I want to. And then, of course, there's Mr. Game & Watch right here. So Mr. Game & Watch has many of his attacks that he has in Super Smash Bros. He has the attack where he basically hits you with the chair. Yeah, and he has that attack with the turtle. And he also has that attack. Jeez. Yeah, that attack that he did right there is kind of weird, because as you just saw, it launches characters up into the sky, and it obviously sets them on fire, so it does fire damage to them. Oh yeah, he also has the hammers, and he also has that thing where he raises a flag with the number 1 on it. Also that key, the parachute. So many of his Smash Brothers attacks. He also has this attack where he summons an entire army of Mr. Game & Watches, just tramples everything in sight. Also has the chef attack. They like throw sausages out of or bacon. Sausages or I don't even remember what they are, out of a frying pan. Also his juggling attack. And he can also taunt, usually with his bell. And he also has that attack where he sprays what I believe is either pesticide or fertilizer. Although, of course, anyone who's played Smash Brothers before knows that it just looks more like he's, please excuse me for my language, but pleasuring himself. So, just saying, in public. Yeah, but it's really weird, though, because that attack that Mr. Game & Watch did right there, that attack launches them up into the air and appears to do fire damage to them. But what's weird about that attack is that if you're playing in a team battle, that attack can actually hurt your teammate, which makes no sense because it's not supposed to. If you're playing in a team battle, your teammate is supposed to be impervious to your attacks. So, not really sure what that's all about. I'm not sure if that's a bug or not. Oh, what the heck? Oh, there's a 7-Up logo right there. Oh my goodness, and what the heck is going on with him? So yeah, it's really weird. So Mr. Game & Watch actually has an attack that can harm teammates if you're playing in a team battle. So, not sure what's up with that. It's probably a bug. Wouldn't be surprised. So, something new that I'm going to be doing in my M.U.G.E.N videos from now on is that I'm actually going to tell you guys who created the characters that I review in all of my M.U.G.E.N videos. Because I think if I'm reviewing custom characters for M.U.G.E.N, I might as well credit the original creators of the characters. So, this version of Mr. Game & Watch was originally created by M.U.G.E.N, and it was edited by Zyhark. M.U.G.E.N's version of Mr. Game & Watch was actually unfinished. He didn't have any moves or attacks or specials or whatever, so he was basically a work-in-progress character. However, M.U.G.E.N later retired, I'm assuming from making M.U.G.E.N characters. I don't know, I'm just reading this off the M.U.G.E.N Wikipedia, so... But it says that after M.U.G.E.N retired, Zyhark decided to edit M.U.G.E.N's version of Mr. Game & Watch and make him more complete. So he adds some actual moves, attacks, and specials, and fixed a few bugs that M.U.G.E.N's version had. So, yeah. So that's the version of Mr. Game & Watch I'm using here in this video. And as for Cool Spot, this version of Cool Spot was created by Fur619. I believe that's how you pronounce it. So those are the creators. What the heck happened there? Why'd they turn orange for a second? Probably one of Cool Spot's attacks, but yeah, those are the people who created the Mr. Game & Watch and Cool Spot characters, respectively. Mr. Game & Watch was created by M.U.G.E.N and edited by Zyhark, and Cool Spot was created by Fur619. So, yeah, those are the creators. So next up, I'm going to be reviewing Squidward, Scratch, and Grounder here, and I'm going to do, or I'm going to play, I should say, the stage Airship. So this stage is modeled after the airship stages from Super Mario Bros. 3. As you can see, the background actually moves, and the airship we're fighting on moves up and down in the air. As you can see, it's just kind of going through the clouds right here. And there's supposed to be music that plays in the background on this stage, but for some reason I can't get the music to play. The music that's supposed to play on this stage is the airship theme from Super Mario Bros. 3, the music that plays during the airship stages. But I can't get it to play. I have no idea why, so we're just going to play the stage without music. So let's get to Squidward right here. So you have Squidward, and I have no idea what he's doing with his clarinet. What are you doing, Squidward? He's just dancing with his clarinet. But yeah, he can attack you with his clarinet. I think he mostly just attacks you with his clarinet, actually. He can basically shoot musical notes at you. I don't know why that would hurt you exactly. That's kind of strange. I don't know, but yeah, he also has this attack where I don't even know what he does exactly, but see, like, he uses his clarinet, but I don't know what actually hurts the characters. Maybe he's playing his clarinet like directly in the character's ear or something. Maybe that's why they get damaged by it, because it's so loud that it hurts their eardrums. That's my guess. Also, Grounder's just beating up Homer with some boxing gloves right here, so. But yeah, Squidward can do that. Also has an attack where his feet basically turn into propellers, which also hurts the characters. So, there you go. Just basically running fast. Gotta run fast, go fast, like Sonic. So the person that created this version of Squidward, and the game's starting to lag a little bit here, but the person that created this version of Squidward was Wario Man, and it was edited by Zavies. I think that's how you pronounce it. I have no idea. I'm sorry if I'm horribly butchering your username, but yeah. So this version of Squidward was originally created by Wario Man and edited by Zavies. apparently the, or Wario Man's version of Squidward had some sound glitches, so the sounds were fixed in here. Also, there's some new sounds. Zobby's added new sounds to this version of Squidward. And he also added some new sprites, I believe. Zobby's also updated Squidward so that he is now a 6-button character. So you use 6 buttons on the gamepad to play as him. Oh darn, got a double whammy there. What the heck? Okay, Homer's activated Beer Riot mode, so he's just going completely insane. What the heck? Okay, Steamroller. Oh my goodness gracious. Scratch just got completely wrecked by a steamroller. That was incredible. And as for Scratch and Grounder, well, they're Scratch and Grounder from Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog. That's all I can really say about them. Scratch has pretty much only one attack, which is an attack where he pecks the other opponent. So as you can see, yeah. So he's just kind of pecking him there. That's pretty much the only attack he has, which is kind of lame. And as for Grounder, well, Grounder is also a very simple character. He only has 2 attacks as far as I know. An attack where he uses boxing gloves to punch the other characters, and an attack where he puts up an electric shield that prevents other players from getting anywhere near him. Now, the only thing, though, is that Scratch and Grounder are not entirely original characters. Scratch and Grounder are what's known as sprite swaps. And if you don't know what a sprite swap is basically a M.U.G.E.N character that utilizes the exact same coding from another M.U.G.E.N character, however, the sprites are different. So Scratch and Grounder actually use coding from 2 different M.U.G.E.N characters. Scratch uses coding from Kung Fu Man, who is the first M.U.G.E.N character ever created. He's the default M.U.G.E.N character. But Scratch actually uses coding from Kung Fu Man, and not, like, original coding. So he is basically Kung Fu Man, although most of his moves have been edited and replaced with, well, this weird pecking attack right here, which is pretty much the only attack Scratch even has. Grounder, on the other hand, is a sprite swap of another person's Pikachu character from M.U.G.E.N. And if I'm not mistaken, I think the electric shield attack is not an original attack. It may have actually been taken from the Pikachu character that Grounder just so happens to be a sprite swap of. But I'm not too sure about that. Also, I think Grounder has Pikachu sound effects too, due to the fact that he's essentially a sprite swap of a Pikachu-based character. So, yeah, not too original, to be honest. Scratch and Grounder were made by Mario11766, so that's who created Scratch and Grounder. Mario11766's versions of Scratch and Grounder are the only versions of Scratch and Grounder that even exist for M.U.G.E.N, which is a shame, really, because they're both sprite swaps. So, sprite swaps are not exactly good characters, unless the sprites look absolutely amazing. But yeah, that's kind of unfortunate. So what's going on here? So we got Homer that's drunk. He's just getting repeatedly pecked by Scratch, which has gotta hurt. And oh my goodness, Scratch and Grounder have him back into a corner here. Squidward can't escape, neither can Homer. Oh my goodness, they're just wrecking them. What is going on here? Let me see the hitboxes. Okay. Squidward had hitboxes on his feet. Alright, that makes sense. They just hit an invisible wall that shouldn't even be there. Alright. Well, that's Scratch, Grounder, and Squidward. So, Squidward's AI is kind of spazzy, to be honest. Like, see, the thing that he does with his clarinet there, I'm not sure what that's all about, but, yeah, Squidward's AI is kind of difficult to defeat, so inexperienced players might have a difficult time trying to defeat Squidward, but if you're an experienced M.U.G.E.N player, then you probably won't have a very difficult time trying to defeat him. So, anyway, let's just move on to the next characters then. So I guess we'll move on to Krillin and Mew then. So we got Krillin here, and we're also on the Electro stage, by the way, but I'll get to that in just a second. Oh my goodness gracious, this is pretty trippy, actually. So you got Krillin right here. So Krillin has a lot of attacks. His AI is also bat crap crazy, so he's pretty difficult to defeat. And Krillin is also annoying as heck, because every time he attacks, he makes a sound effect. So that is just extremely annoying, to be honest. So he has some kicks, he has some punches, he also has his Destructo Disc, which he just lobs at opponents. He also has this attack, where he just cannot aim his lasers. I don't know, I just call them lasers, because I don't know what else to call them, to be honest. But sometimes Krillin can't aim with his Destructo Disc, so even though his AI is actually pretty good, so again, beginner players might have a very difficult time trying to defeat him, so... Hey, look at that, he can't even hit them. So whenever he uses his Destructo Disc, there is bloodshed, so there is blood that appears. No matter what character is getting hit by the Destructo Disc, even if like the character is a robot or something, or just like Zim and Alien. I don't think aliens have the same kind of blood as humans. I don't know about that. Like I don't claim to be an expert on aliens, but Krillin's just kind of going buck wild here. And as for Mew, well, Mew is just kind of a cheap character. He has a lot of pretty powerful attacks. He can actually hit you from very far away. Mew's sprites are ripped straight from Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. I think Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, like Red and Blue Rescue Team, I think. The original Mystery Dungeon game. And also, you can pull off some insane combos with Mew's attacks. There you go, you just had like an over 300 combo just from one of Mew's attacks, so you got crazy combos with him. But like I said, Mew is kind of a cheap character because his projectiles can hit characters from very far away, and Mew can also perform multiple attacks while in the air, so yeah, if you're playing against Mew, like as a computer opponent, he can be kind of cheap sometimes. And I don't even know what he's doing right now. It looks like he's just kind of dancing. Also, he's very tiny. So, Krillin right here was created by Stig87, and he is supposed to be inspired by Chujin's characters, or Choujin. Again, I'm sorry if I'm not pronouncing your username correctly, but yeah, he's supposed to play in the same style as many of Chujin's Dragon Ball Z characters. So, he plays pretty similar to them. The sprites are also pretty well detailed, and oh my goodness gracious. Well, he just got completely wrecked. Alright, good job, Krillin. Good job. And as for Mew, Mew was created by SPRXII. I'm probably assuming that the XII are Roman numerals, so maybe it's SPR12, I have no idea, but yeah, that's who created Mew, and this is the only version of Mew in existence for M.U.G.E.N, again. Just like how Mario 11766's Scratch and Grounder characters are the only versions of Scratch and Grounder in existence for M.U.G.E.N. And again, you can't aim Krillin. Oh my goodness gracious. Destructo Disc to the face, that has gotta hurt. Oh my goodness. So, it looks like Mew is shooting bubbles here. He also appears to shoot what I like to call dark bubbles. They appear to be inverted. I don't even know what that attack is, but it apparently hurts the other characters. He also has his Twister attack. He unleashes a Twister, and did Krillin just get frozen there? I think he did. Okay. I'm assuming that was Zim that did that, but oh my god. Freaking Kamehameha. Okay, so let me discuss the Electro stage here very quickly. So, Electro stage, well, it's a high-quality stage, and yep, it's a rave party. Just flashing lights all over the place, red, blue, green, and yellow, and it just hurts my eyes. Well, it actually doesn't, but it might hurt some people's eyes. Some people with photosensitive epilepsy are not going to be too happy about it. And again, there's supposed to be music that plays in this stage. However, the music that is supposed to play in this stage is Levels by Avicii. And of course, that is copyrighted music, so if I were to actually be playing Levels by Avicii in this video, well, this video would probably get taken down for copyright infringement, and I want you guys to actually be able to see my videos, so I just decided to not install the music for the stage. And besides, the music was like very low quality anyway, it just sounded terrible to be honest. But yeah, that's all there is to say about the Electro stage. Alright, Krillin is just spamming Destructo Discs now, this is just getting really ridiculous. But there you go. So, wow, I don't know where the heck that Destructo Disc went, but it didn't hit anyone, so Okay, Krillin just became invisible there for a second. Oh my goodness, he's hitting them in the air. Goodness gracious. I'm just annihilating everyone. Alright, well. Shut up, Krillin. So there you go. There were some more characters that I wanted to review in M.U.G.E.N and also some more stages. So, pretty interesting characters overall, especially Mr. Game & Watch. I really like how Mr. Game & Watch actually looks like his Super Smash Bros. Form, so a lot of detail really went into making the sprites for Game & Watch. Cool Spot is just kind of a weird character. As I mentioned before, he did used to be the mascot for 7-Up. I don't think he is anymore. I'm not sure who the mascot for 7-Up is now. I'm not sure if 7-Up even has a mascot anymore, but... Then there was also Squidward, who just goes completely buck wild with his clarinet. Scratch and Grounder, which aren't completely original characters because they use coding from other characters like Kung Fu Man and Pikachu. Krillin, who I believe may have perfect AI, just constantly spamming Destructo Discs, not really fair to be honest. And Mew, who is just completely cheap with all of his projectiles that can hit pretty much anyone on the screen, and the fact that he can also jump multiple times and just basically annihilate everyone, so yeah. But they're all still pretty cool characters nonetheless, and there were also some pretty cool stages, especially the Electro stage, because in addition to fighting, you can also have a rave party, so it's fantastic. And the airship stage is also pretty cool. The airship stage actually has an intro. When you start playing the stage, the airship rises up from the clouds, revealing the characters that are battling on top of the airship. Well, unless the character's intro starts with the character being in midair, just like some of Dib's intros, actually, and also some of Zim's intros. But yeah, those were still some pretty cool stages and characters. If you want to download M.U.G.E.N, the link's in the description as always. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video I make. Later.